Okay, y'all, let's talk about journeys and the fact of the matter of where you're going. A lot of us don't know where we're going. We'll say we're going in one direction, we end up going down a complete different direction. We can even write it down, we can say it, we can tell the world, and somehow, some way, we end up down the different direction to do what we asked for. And I think the reason why we do is because of the fact of the matter that other people in situations can either be a standstill, knock you down, or you can be manipulated, bamboozled, and led into a different direction or led astray to a different side. We sit back and watch other people's lives and we envy their lives and we're so worried about their lives we forget about ours. We do what's expected, we do what everybody else wants us to do, but not what we really want to do. Which in terms is why there's this divide when it comes to infidelity and adultery and why one person gets to do what they want to do and the other person doesn't get to do what they want to do. And that's because the fact of the matter, you're not doing what you want to do. You can't do what you want to do when everybody else is with you on a journey. Can't do what you want to do when everybody else is impacted and affected by what you do. The only way that you can do what you want to do is when you are by yourself and you can do it. So, for example, you may work a regular 9 to 5 job, but you're not the manager. But you go to work every day, and when you're not working, you're on vacation. A vacation doesn't always have to be 7 days, it can be a whole weekend, it can just be for a day. You can take every day and go on vacation. If you work from home, you can take your computer and go anywhere just for a day and still be able to be back in time to work the next morning. So, unless you're alone, you can't do what you want to. But the only problem is people got you feeling like if you're alone, that something is wrong. I've been by myself for 7 years. And at one time, I used to sit around and wait for people to go on trips with me. I used to sit around and wait for people to do things. And now I don't. I just do it myself. I'm not sitting around waiting for someone to give me something. I'm not waiting around for someone to call me. I can make things happen on my own. So that's the point. So by y'all sitting on social media and you're on these panels all day, you're not getting nothing accomplished. All you're doing is talking. But you yourself are not getting anything accomplished. That's why I said, well, I'm here with my parents. I am going to get something accomplished, which is write a book. So I'm about to get my laptop ordered. I almost broke my glasses. But again, it's about making something happen. You can't make something happen unless you yourself make it happen. Because if you depend on everybody else, it don't mean that they're gonna do it the way you want them to do it. Because in the end, if it's your business and your brand, they're the ones gonna mess it up and you're the one gonna pay for it. So even though you bring everybody along, doesn't mean that they're a good fit for you, and it doesn't mean that they won't tear down everything that you built. Because other people will absolutely do that. So in the end, when it comes down to being alone, sometimes you will have to be alone. And while you're on your journey, you won't be alone for long because you'll start meeting people that's going to help you on the journeys that you're going to be on. So in the end, like I said, I can wake up in the morning and God tells me when I first wake up in the morning to speak. It's not about always being professional, it's about being real. And you can still be professional and still be real. If you're going through something and you want to get on here and talk about it, it's a great way to help others. You'd be amazed how many people resonate with you. So in the end, like I said, that's why through this journey of my health journey was the last stage of my recovery, because my recovery wasn't just mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, financial, family issues. It was also physical, and physical was the last stage. And now that I'm getting better physically, now that I'm healing myself and doing natural things, and now that I haven't went and got plastic surgery or anything like that, I accept the person that I am, and I accept the body that I am. And guess what? God has been healing me. So I love the fact that I get to do that. So I started a podcast where I started this journey of going through these different phases of my life and sharing it with others, and people resonate with it, and now it's getting bigger. So in the end, like I said, sometimes we have to take a break from social media to build something that is of our own. We have to take a break of working from somebody else to build something that is of our own. Because that's what legacy is, building something that is of your own, building something that goes down from generation to generation, and they just continue to to keep it alive, and then they build something of their own, but that is still going to always be their safety net. But they can always build something of their own as well. So now there's an extension of that business. So it's, that business may be the foundation, but they can build something off of that foundation and build something, and then the grandkids can build something, and then it just continues to build. But you can't build something and extend something if you let the thing that was the foundation be destroyed. So what I will say is, take the time to focus on your health and wellness. Take the time to just be like today. I'm probably gonna go and take a walk today. My mom like, where you going? For a walk. I might sleep today because Monday's coming up, so I'm probably gonna sleep. So I'm gonna enjoy the fact that while I'm here, I'm gonna get some sleep, write a book, get my courses together. I just got to borrow my son's laptop, so I'm gonna grab that and do some writing today, if not tomorrow. But no, today's Father's Day. I think I'm gonna do nothing today. I think I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow and then start. So with that being said, I gotta go downstairs and go make pasta salad because I gotta go take a shower to get ready to go and make pasta salad and a cheesecake for my dad for Father's Day. So again, your journey is not everybody else's. So just because you see everybody else married, you see everybody else in a certain position, does not mean there's something wrong with you. It just ain't where you need to be right now. Just sit back and wait. And while you're single, focus on yourself, build a business, build a brand, just travel the world by yourself. Enjoy what's out there. And then when your person comes, you'll be ready for them because you've done it all. And that person has done it all. Let God bring the people that's meant for you. Because majority of the people that you brought in your life or that you went chasing after was not of God. They were the opposite. They were demonic, negative people. So, with that being said, I'm just saying, when it comes to recovery and healing, it's about letting God lead your life. Trusting God. Trusting that He got you. Trusting that every direction He's pulling you in is for a reason. And He's also telling you when to leave. So God gonna tell you when to stay. God gonna tell you what the purpose is. God gonna tell you when to leave. And if people in your life don't serve a purpose and they're not there to help you on your journey or help you as far as your healing and recovery, as far as maintaining that, they ain't your people. So in the end, when I deal with these Country Wayne skits, I deal with them from the capacity of someone that is recovering, somebody that has been there, done that, somebody that has been down that road, somebody that can relate, somebody that basically can tell you that ain't the way to go. But letting God lead my life was the greatest and best decision I could have ever done. God is leading my life. God is letting me know what direction. I don't feed into the influences. I don't feed into none of that. And if people got a problem with it, oh well. Because I'm not doing anything that goes against what is right just to do something wrong. Just for a temporary thrill. Just because it feels good. Sorry. I'm just not at that place. I've done that. And now I'm in a place where I don't want no parts of it. So as a matter of fact, me and my mom was leaving Wendy's. There's a really bad accident. But it goes right back to what I said. When people want what they want, they don't care who they hurt. Even when it comes to people being on the road. You see it a lot when it comes to road rage. When you see people running around here and they're trying to get somewhere and rush to get there. And they don't care that they just hit somebody's car. People don't care when they're not the ones impacted. They're not the ones hurt. They don't care. I saw a guy that had a disability trying to get down the escalator and people walked right by that person and act like they didn't want to help them. And then somebody finally helped him get down the steps. See, that's what I'm saying. There is no compassion in the world. You can tell that they're eliminating God in every way, shape, form, or fashion. They're eliminating everything that is right just to control people, just to cause chaos and destruction and trauma in people's lives. So God is slowly disappearing from this world, which means God is going to eventually start pulling his people and pulling them to a new world, a world where this does not go on at all. And I can't wait to see what it looks like when my time comes. But till then, I'm living in this world, doing what's right, doing what I can to bring people back to God through my recovery and healing as far as a life coach and a healing coach.